If you're on Social Security, disability insurance, or SSI, listen up. Your benefits are increasing, and the question becomes, is it enough? So, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact SSDI payment schedule for this month so you know when your money's coming. So, let's go ahead and get straight into it and talk about some of the increases that are coming up. So, let's start with the big question: how much more will you be getting? So, 2025 COLA cost of living adjustment is set at 2.5%, affecting over 7.5 million Americans. And here's what that actually looks like in your check. So the average SSDI payment will increase by $48 per month. So if you're currently receiving $1,000 per month, you're going to get an extra $25. And if you receive 1,500, your increase will probably be around 37.50. And for SSI recipients, getting the max benefit of 967 will be about $24. So it's, even though it may seem like a small increase, especially with inflation, it is an increase. All right. So that is one of the updates as it relates to that. So let's talk more about the payment dates and payment dates that you need to be aware of. When will your SSDI money actually hit your account? So here's the breakdown. So if you received SSDI since May of 1997, your payment should be coming by March 3rd. All right. So you want to make sure you take a look and make sure that payment came through. If your birthday is between the 1st and the 10th, your payment will arrive on March 12th. And if your birthday is between the 11th and the 20th, you could expect your check to come on March 19th. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, your payment will be sent on March 26th. So if you've missed the payment, you want to make sure that your check actually came in the mail. So double check your mail. Also double check your direct deposit status as well. And if you haven't seen it by those dates, you want to make sure you contact the Social Security Administration. All right. So that's going to be really, really important. So as you probably already know, one of the biggest changes, updates as it relates to Social Security for this year is the passage of the Social Security Fairness Act. So it is a law that eliminates some of the unfair reductions in benefits for certain public sector workers. So if you or your spouse worked in a government job that did not pay into Social Security, that can mean a major increase in your monthly check. So what exactly is changing? So number one, for decades, the two biggest provisions and one of the two biggest changes as it relates to this is going to be the windfall elimination provision, which is WEP, and then the government pension offset, which is GPO. They have cut benefits for millions of retirees, especially teachers, firefighters, police officers, and other public employees who receive a pension from a job not covered by Social Security. So the windfall elimination provision reduced Social Security benefits for people who have received a pension from non-covered work. The government pension offset cut or even eliminated spousal survivor benefits for people who had a government pension. And both of these rules penalize public servants, so reducing their benefits by literally hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every single year. So now with the Social Security Fairness Act in place, those penalties are finally going to be removed, which is amazing. So to clarify who's actually going to be able to benefit from this, it's going to be a or CSRS retiree who worked for the federal government before Social Security coverage was mandatory. This also going to apply to teachers and public employees who paid into state pension instead of Social Security. A spouse of someone who was affected by the WEP and GPO, maybe a widow or widower who lost survivor benefits due to GPO. And this law can now restore a significant portion of Social Security benefits. So when can you expect to see these changes? So while the law is now officially in effect, it will take some time for the Social Security Administration to actually be able to update the calculations on the payments. So officials actually estimate that over 2 million retirees will be affected. So you want to expect a gradual rollout as it relates to this. For many people, the adjustments will be automatic and you could actually see a higher payment within the next couple of months. So just be on the lookout for that. Others may actually need to reapply or provide additional documentation. So if you believe that you actually qualify for this and haven't received any updates, you want to make sure you check your My Social Security account or you want to call the SSA to ensure your information is up to date. All right. So let's talk next about a couple of changes as relates to Medicare. So one thing that may take a huge bite out of your COLA increase is going to be Medicare premiums. All right. So while there is a 2.5% boost in your Social Security check, and it might seem like a win, Medicare costs are unfortunately going to go up. So you can see little to no real increase in your take-home benefits, unfortunately, because of this. So based on the previous year, this is highly unlikely. When it comes to the Medicare premiums increasing in 2025, we don't have official numbers yet as it relates to that, but if history tells us anything, you want to expect that those Medicare Part B premiums to be able to go up this year, just like they have for nearly every year in the past. So just to give you a reference, in 2023, the Part B premium was $164 and 90 cents per month. In 2024, it actually jumped up to $174.70 per month, and that's like a $9.80 increase. So if this trend continues, we could actually see premiums rising by another $10 to $15 per month in 2025. So what does this mean for you? Why is this important? Well, for many seniors and SSDI recipients, that Medicare increase could completely cancel out that COLA increase that they have. So in order to be able to figure out how to be able to keep more of your benefits, here's a couple of things for you to consider. If you're on original Medicare, you might actually be overpaying for your coverage that you don't need, or you're actually missing out on a couple of benefits. And that's why it's crucial and important to be able to review your plan every single year. So here's what I recommend doing, right? So you want to make sure you compare your Medicare Advantage and your supplement plans. Some plans offer lower out-of-pocket costs like vision, dental, even grocery benefits. You want to check if you qualify for extra help. The extra help program can actually reduce your Medicare Part D drug costs for those with limited income. You also want to review your Medicare Part D prescription plan. Just understand that the wrong plan could cost you hundreds and if not thousands more per year. And medication costs. If you're not sure if you're on the best plan, do not wait. Now is the time to really compare your options before the next enrollment period. And that's why it's extremely important to go ahead and figure this out. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and, again, reach out to the SSA to be able to understand that, right? As it relates to the COLA increase, is it enough, right? There's a lot of controversy and as to figuring out a different way to be able to increase that COLA amount. Currently, it's based on inflation, but there is a lot of consideration as whether they need to do an adjustment on inflation to also consider the rising costs of Medicare benefits as well. So those are some of the updates for you to be aware of, but really, really important for you to make sure that you go ahead and stay up to date to this. If you're looking for more information as it relates to this, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.